Oh, I love my little fail boat. Alright. So what are you up to? You're eating. You're still asleep. Wake up. You're getting on there. Alright. Finn. Looks like you need to go potty. And let's see. It's just thinking. So once you've done your poops, I think what I'll do is I'll take my lunch break when Finn's aged up. How's Abby getting on? Abby's hungry. Abby seems like she's going to always be hungry. Open. Grab a serving. Oh, that was quick. Okay, so she's playing game. She's eating. Still tired though. Why are you still tired? You had a big sleep. Take a shower, and then I would really like you to do your homework. I would really like you to do your homework, but you also stink. Oh. Oh no, I thought that was a broken thing then. And then you can do your homework. I know you stink. Go get in the shower. Alright. What are you doing? Why don't you play with Aylin? The two of you can hang out. What? Sleep. And that should take care of you guys. You've eaten, so you can go potty. It's not been too bad since, considering she's clingy, so I'm going to enjoy that while I can. I've probably jinxed it now having said that. And Finn is angry as usual. Oh, hi Lilith. Finn, you are a cranky soul, and I kind of love you, but you are a cranky soul. Alright, so this is, actually, I thought it was going to get really chaotic for a minute there, but it's not been too bad. Oh no! Everything's breaking at the moment. Alright, fix. I like grapes too, when they've been fermented and they're in liquid form. I'm joking, I do actually like grapes. Right. All seems to be a little bit normal right now. I'm fully expecting something to go horribly, horribly wrong. Why are you uncomfortable? Icky plumbing. Yeah, because kids get really bothered about icky plumbing. Alright, everyone seems to be doing okay. Where are you off to? Why are you going upstairs? What crazy shenanigans are you up to now, Finn? My husband's eaten that before, the grape, like the candy floss grapes things. I didn't think they tasted like candy floss at all. I thought they just tasted like weird grapes. Oh, you decided to come all the way up here to eat, even though you were really, really hungry. Alright. Strange child. As long as you're eating. There we go. So you still want some attention, but you'll get loads of that when you're a child and you can sort out yourself. So, Mum is sorting her life out and then going to play a game. Doing homework, going to go to bed. Doing homework, going to eat and go to bed. Playing with Aileen. Does sound like something's broken though. What's broken? There it is. So before you do that, come fix this. Yes. Responsibility is by far the easiest one of those to get. By far. Alright, so now, get on your bloody shapes. Yes, Mariam, yes, heaven. But I think actually you've got extra credit. Yeah, extra credit, then you can go to sleep. What about you? I think you've got extra credit too, haven't you? Yep. Because unfortunately this is your life until you're teenagers and you can take care of yourself a little bit better. Actually, I quite like grape juice. Where are you going? See, this is why your sister aged up so much earlier than you did. Come on, Finn. Okay, I think it's time for you to come and get some food and then go to bed. Don't think you've got any homework, have you? No. So you can eat and then go to bed. Why don't we assign this to you? Because I've forgotten whose bed's whose. Right, Mum is good. She needs a bit of food. No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Finn! Get on your effing shapes, please. Thank you. Oh, really? Yeah, I can't remember when I first had grape juice, but I quite liked it. I think we were given it as kids. Yes, I know you hate homework, but, you know, it'll be done soon. Abby seems to be getting all right at the moment. I'll make sure she gets some attention tomorrow, so that gets that up. Considering she's so clingy, she's actually been all right just getting on her own, hasn't she? Bump. Oh yeah? Yes, Abby. Yes, Mariam. Right, so why don't you potty and then you can sleep. You just put that in your inventory, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, so she's taken care of. Yes, Finn, finally. Right, Mum, get up. We're going to age up this child who has been absolute nightmare about doing their skilling. That's not the cake I want. That's not the cake I want. But why don't we just ditch these cakes, because we don't need them and we don't want them. And we're gonna help blow out candles, Finn. Because I'm hoping that Finn is going to be a lovely child, but they've been an absolute nightmare of a toddler. So, get in here. Oh yeah? Sure, I'm actually thinking about maybe trying to get Sims 1, but I think I'm going to try and get Sims 2 working first, and then I'll worry about Sims 1. Because what I think I'll do is I'd like to get my 100 baby challenge done, which obviously I'm a fifth of the way there, but I would like to move on to something else, because I think Sims 4 on its own probably won't be that interesting to stream without a challenge. But yeah, I'd like to go back and do some of the old ones. But at the moment I'm looking into doing a Final Fantasy count up. I've got all of them except 1 and 2, so I've got an emulator which I might be able to do it on, but I'm looking to see if there's another way, because I would ideally like to do it without an emulator if I can, but I think that might be the only way I can.
Yes.
Alright Finn, come on then. No, add some birthday candles and do a bit more cooking, and we'll just get plenty of food in that fridge, because it looks like we need some more, because they get through it quick. Hi Rosette! No, I don't have all the packs. I've got a good chunk of them, but I don't have all of them. So Finn is going to be... That kind of fits! That kind of fits! Finn is going to be evil! Amazing! Alright, it's weird because in my dream my dad was replacing new technology with old technology and was throwing HDTVs. Love it. Alright, so real quick, we'll go 1 to 4, generate. So she's going to have 4. So she is going to be a social butterfly who is evil. Wow, love it. Social butterfly who is evil. Let's have a quick look at our evil child. It's not the first evil child I've had. I think it's the second evil child I've had. But you know what? It kind of suits Finn. It really does. So there she is, contemplating her evil. I love that. Alright, I'm just going to take a really quick break. I probably won't be any longer than sort of 10-15 minutes, and then I will be back. I just need to get my lunch down my throat, and then I'll be back. Hopefully it's cool enough. So, yep, I'll be back very shortly. See you in a minute. Okay, back, fed. That actually went down much quicker than I was expecting it to, but apparently I was really hungry. So, yes. Do you have get-together? Because clubs help with skills. Actually, do you know what? I do have get-together, but I've never actually tried the clubs. And the reason I've not really been doing it for this challenge is because I like to keep them all on the lot, so I know where they are and what they're doing. So maybe I should look into that. Yeah, I mean, I do quite like The Sims 4, but although I don't think it's the best one in the series, I do quite like it, and I think that it is quite a bit fun. More fun when it's heavily modded, I think, but then you could say the same about the other Sims games as well, the other Sims titles. When I got this, I actually only got The Sims 4 in May. So I actually only buy them when they're on a half price sale, because I'm not spending, I mean, what are they, like 20 to 30 pounds a go? So I'm not spending hundreds and hundreds on that, partly because really the only game that I can think of, or the only games that I can think of that I play regularly that are EA, are The Sims and the Dragon Age series, and I haven't played anything Dragon Age in a while. I did start a new Kadash on Dragon Age Inquisition, but I ended up, that was right before I took my little break, because there was quite a lot of stuff going on in real life, and some of my colleagues were furloughed and I was taking on more work, and I just like, right, I don't have time to do this and the streaming. Although I wasn't really streaming at the time, I was pre-recording it, but I'd like to get back into that at some point, but I don't really put a lot of money into EA because I don't really like the way that they run their business. But unfortunately, they've got me with The Sims because I've always been a Sims player. I played Sims 1 back in the day, so, you know, they definitely have a hold on my wallet when it comes to that. Square Enix are the ones that own my soul, really. Square Enix, pretty much anything they put out, I'm like, I'm there, gimme. Oh, that's really cool, actually. Yeah, I've never actually won anything. I never win anything, to be fair. But yeah, so I'm thinking I might be kind of almost forced into buying Eco Living, just for the simple reason that the bin outside this house keeps making them uncomfortable. And they did an update about a week before Eco Living came out, where they changed the way the bin works, the outside bin works, and now they're all just uncomfortable all the time. And I'm actually really salty about the fact that I'm probably going to have to buy it, because I don't think it's very fair that my Sims are uncomfortable because I don't want to buy Eco Living. So I'm going to wait till that's on sale and pick it up, but it's almost an under protest thing, and I actually was thinking about picking up another couple of packs, and I'm now not going to do that because I feel like EA are forcing my hand into buying this, because trying to send them off to school when they're uncomfortable because of a stinky bin that I can't do anything about, it's really irritating me. So maybe I'll see if there's a mod out there that can do it. This is a completely modless save, so I'd rather keep it that way, but it really, really annoying me. But yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So a week or so before Eco Living came out, the bin started to look like this. And I can't do anything with it, look. And it aggravates the heck out of me, because they need an outdoor bin. So, I mean, what do I do? Do I build a special little outhouse just for the bin? Really irritates me. So I may end up doing an outhouse for a bin, but I don't feel like I should have to, you know? I don't feel like I should have to buy a game for something they've added in because it's making my Sims uncomfortable. So yeah, really, really annoys me. But that's what it is. Alright, so let me just remember what I was doing, because I was starting to get a little bit, I was like, right, I'm going to wait till Finn ages up and then I'm going to eat, and I was starting to get a little bit lack of food bonkers. So let's just remember what they're all doing. Right, she's asleep, she's asleep, she's asleep, she's on the potty. In fact, let's send you to sleep because you're really tired. And Finn is our evil girl who has just aged up. She can do her homework and then go to bed. But let's do a quick. And let's see. You're in that bed. You're in that bed. You're in that bed. Why don't we make this one your bed? I'm kind of looking forward to having my evil child, because I've had one evil child before and they were quite good fun. But Darius, I think, was my good child. Yeah, I'm not buying. The thing that annoys me with the Star Wars pack is, as you can probably tell by my shirt here, I'm a big Star Wars fan. You know, we always joke that I'm Darth Elsie. You know, it's I'm a big Star Wars fan. But I've heard that not only is it supposed to be crap, but as soon as I saw that trailer, I was just like, money grabbing, just money grabbing, because obviously they've upset Disney and Disney didn't want to give them the license anymore, and it just really aggravated me. But yeah, speaking of Darth Elsie, I've got a picture of myself with a lightsaber on my Discord, which is quite funny. But yeah, I'm not going to get it. I mean, I've heard that the gameplay isn't good anyway, so even if it was good, I might have been tempted, but probably wouldn't have. But yeah, from the fact that it sounds like it's terrible. I mean, it's a weird mashup anyway, isn't it? But yeah. But yeah, Star Wars mods are free, you know, especially in TS2, you know, they're everywhere. Go on Mod The Sims and they're everywhere. You know, why would you want... And the thing is, the aliens weren't real aliens. You know, if I could create a Twi'lek, I would create a Twi'lek. I used to play a Star Wars style D&D game, and I played a Twi'lek. Her name was Gala Ultroon, and I was the only gamer in that group who didn't create a Jedi. Mine was more of a Han Solo type character. She was a jury rigger and she was a smuggler, and she used to get up to things. But yeah, I was literally the only non-Jedi in the group. Yeah, and I mean, one thing, I actually bought this because I'd heard that you could have spellcasters and mermaids, and one of my favourite OCs that I've written is a mermaid witch. She's not just a mermaid, there's other stuff going on, but so basically in her world, it's a very high fantasy world that I'm writing. I can't share it with anyone just yet because I'm still working on it, and it's also going to be a novel. What I really wanted was to be able to create her in my Sims and have her be a mermaid spellcaster, and of course it doesn't work, so I've had to remove her mermaid trait and make her just a spellcaster. And actually, do you know what? Spells aren't as good in this as they were in previous either. I mean, Sims 2, you could basically keep your sim running 7 days a week on magic. You can't do that now. Yeah, I mean, why would you do something that's so clearly based in space and on aliens and then not be able to have aliens? It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I've heard rumours, Rosette. Do you prefer to be called Rosette, by the way? I've heard rumours that it's going to be online, and if it is online, then I'm going to be big noping on it. I mean, to be fair, this game came out in 2014 and I only bought it this year. So it's not like I jump on these things anyway. In fact, Sims 3 I only bought this year as well. I was very much just a Sims 2 gamer, but yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I like to just check, you know, because people... I'm easiest if you just call me Elsie, because obviously Epistrates is not the easiest thing to pronounce. Some people call me Epistrates, some people call me Epistrates, but generally just call me Elsie. It's easier. But yeah, I mean, I play quite a lot of games as well. Yeah, no, if it's online, I'm going to be giving it a hard pass, because I don't like playing things online, really. Back when I first sort of really started gaming with other people, because I always gamed with like my family and stuff like that. We'd do like round robins. Whoever won a game got to stay on, and then whoever lost had to give up their controller to the next person type situation. But I used to play with a male friend of mine, and one thing that happened, I used to be really good at this particular game. It was an old Rainbow Six, and I'm not going to say what they told me to do, but they basically wished things on me, including diseases, because they realised I was a girl and I was beating them at a game. It was a first-person shooter, and now I pretty much won't play first-person shooters unless I stay in a group where I actually know all those people in real life. But I know very few people in real life that play games, and the people that I knew in real life that did play games, most of them have had kids and now don't even own a console because they're not interested anymore. Yeah, I used to. We had a PlayStation 2, and we used to play Star Ocean 3 till the end of time. And there's a thing in there called Paracelsus Table where you could play as any of the protags against any of the other protags. They could even play as you in different versions. And we used to do round robins because I'm the eldest of 5. So whoever won got to keep the controller, and whoever lost would get the secondary controller. My mum and dad used to play it as well. But yeah, so... oh, trust me, I feel older than you do, Eric. I can guarantee you that. But yeah, I'm not... I'll tell you what, I do have, Pastel, I do have Destiny 2, but I've deleted it off of my console, but I could re-download it and play. I am terrible at it. What I used to do, it actually used to annoy the people I used to work with, because I didn't take it seriously. They all took it really seriously, and they'd be like, right, raid tonight. And they'd invite me in the raid and they'd be like, are you drinking again? And I'd be like, yeah, it's fun to play Destiny when you're half cut, because then you don't care if you die. Someone shoots you and you're just like, ah, more drink. That makes me sound like a real alcoholic. I don't drink that often, but I do like to drink if I'm online, because I think it helps a little with what people say. But yeah, if it's online, it's going to be a hard pass for me. Yeah, I mean, people can... That's one of the reasons I actually chose the username I did, because if you didn't know I was a girl, you wouldn't be able to tell I was a girl. But now I'm just like, do you know what? I'm a girl. I own it. If you want to say that sort of thing, I'll report you and ban you at the end. Next. Plus, I've always been in the LGBTQIA community as well, so I tend to find that people tend to be a little bit less crappy in that community as well, in general. So so that's good. Yeah, yeah. So they used to yell at me so much, and I'd be like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, because I'm the sort of person that I like to go around, and I'm an RPG player, you know. I will go around and look at everything. I will check everywhere. I want to go running, you know, when you're on a side scroller, I'm always the one that runs left and not the one that runs right. I always want to go investigate everything. And I really love the Elder Scrolls, for example, and I have the Elder Scrolls online, and I just can't get into it. Oh, you two are going to be late for school. Go to school, go to school. Yeah, I play for fun. I do. Yeah, it's all about, you know, it's, I mean, even this, you know, it's not my job. I do have a job. I have a full-time job, and I actually, for the most part, like my job. I could do with about half the admin that I have to do. But yeah, it's... you know, it's one of those things that I play because I enjoy it, and I want to play because I enjoy it, and I don't want to have to do things where I'm thinking, this is stressing me out. What do you mean you can't get there? You're being silly for, Maeve. Yep, RPGs. Oh, is it because she was coming in for the mail? Come on, get the mail. Oh, looks like we need to write some more books though. Looks like our books aren't bringing in any money anymore. Actually, do you know what? If she's going upstairs, she may as well tidy up all this mess that's up here. Oh, you're not at school. Go to school. Go to school. Or can you not go to school because you're too young? Come on, wake up. Because I know if they age up at a certain time of day, they can't actually go to school for some reason. No, she can't go to school, so you may as well sleep. But let's, I know, but you are evil, so I'm not too bothered. I've never played that actually, Rock Band Online. Is it any good? Let's see. Ah, that's broken, that's why. Let me sell that. Alright, and actually, she hasn't aged up yet, has she? Oh, it's because she's pregnant. Fair enough, fair enough. Hmm. And I think we'll have you do all that, and then you... Oh, you've done your homework. Fair enough. So you need to get a skill up. So why don't we actually, if you're a motor baby, why don't we get you swimming? Yara and Sulani after all. It's funny, I was talking to someone the other day when I was running a different game, and they were saying that, you know, they can't run their thing with their stream because they only have a laptop, but I only have a laptop and I'm able to do it. You just have to deal with the limitations that come with it, you know. But it's not impossible. Of course you can come over, Aylin. Oh, hold on. Kiss and tell. Mariam spent most of recess running around. Now, she's not one I'd be expecting to do that. Trying to kiss some of the other students. She didn't catch anybody, but the other students were running away. I'm going to say ask her to apologise. So, why don't we sort that out? Throw that away. And then I think the place is clean, isn't it? The place does appear to be mostly clean. Actually, let's not clean that for now, because when she wakes up I'm going to want to potty train her. I've never played Life Stories, actually. What's the baby count? 21, I think, at the moment. This is my baby wall. These are all her babies. So yeah, she's cooking number 22 at the moment, I think. And in fact, I'll do a quick rundown of her children. Now, one thing that does annoy me is that it doesn't put them in order anymore, which I don't know why it does that. But yeah, so Briella was her firstborn, and her father was Pakauha, who is a merman. So Briella is a mermaid. Her next were Julius and Maddox, they're twins. And their father was Naoki Hayashi. And then came Jude and Tabitha. Their father was Ukupanipo Hekekia. So they're also mermaids. They actually live across the street. They actually live just where I sent her to go swim. That was where they live. And then who comes after them? I wish this was in order. I think it was Darius after them. I love Darius. Darius, Briella and Kinsley are probably my three favourites, I have to admit. Although I do enjoy my vampires. But yeah, Darius, his father was Phoenix Tinsley, who I'm really sad if he goes. Oh, hydrate, yes, you're right. If he fades, because he's actually helped her, even in ghost form. He has delivered nearly all of Maeve's babies, and Darius is his son. And then who came after Darius? I think it was Colton and Gage. Yeah. So here's Colton and Gage, and their father is River Trimble. And then after Colton and Gage, I think it was our vampires. So we have Kaylin and Jada, and their father is Lawrence Savalani, and they are currently living in Forgotten Hollow. I don't have any spellcaster babies. I need to work on that because I want to get the whole set. So then after them came, I think it was these two. Yeah, so Sage and Nikki, and their father is Hawea Farmawana, the old mail carrier. And then came along Nicola and Marion. So I've had a Nicola and a Nikki, and a Marion and a Mariam. And their father was Christian Bromberg, who is the medical intern at nearly all of her births. And then we had these two. So then we had Aylin and Kinsley, who have just aged up and aged out. Their father was Victor Feng. Unfortunately for him, as you can see there, death by overexertion. He didn't get Maeve pregnant on the first try. He got her pregnant on the second try, promptly walked out of the bathroom and died. So he was actually gone before his kids were even born. And they've just moved out. And then now we've got Mariam and Heaven. And they are Rua Elikapika's children. I've not said that before, Elikapika. And then now obviously we've got April and Finn, and their father is Hawea Iosua. And then now obviously we have Abby, whose dad is Don Lothario. So that's our current batch of babies, and they are all Maeves. So we shall see what we get for her successor, I guess. Yeah, there he is. Actually, do you know what? I think I did clip it. Hold on, let me just grab the clip, because it was quite funny. But that's why I was so worried when Fetu was the guy, because I was like, is he gonna die too? Oh no, oh no. It's just loading now. But yeah, it's on my channel in my. It was when I was using the old stream deck that I was using, and it stuttered a little bit. But I've now switched to a new stream deck, so it should. Where are my clips? Here we go, popular clips. View all. I think I might have popped it in the Discord actually, but it'll be quicker getting it this way. Here we go, dying for a baby. So if you guys want to watch Victor Feng failing, then you can watch that. Death by woohoo, exactly. But hey, she actually did not care. He died literally here. And she was just like, yeah, I'm pregnant, it's good, bye. Just dumped him in the back garden. But yeah, that one did make me laugh, because I actually discovered that when I had one of my, in fact I think it was Dina, after fixing her up, because they did the Calientes real dirty in this. But yeah, Dina split up a marriage, got together with the guy, and then he promptly died because of the woohoo. I was like, oh no! But I kept him around as a ghost, so they were happy. She loved him. She was really unbothered. She's just like, whatever. He did what I wanted him to do. But yeah, now I'm extra careful when I have any of my elders woohooing, because I'm like, no, once and go have a nap. Alright, you should be waking up about now. Actually, you need some food. So let's get you some leftovers, and then when you've eaten. How are you getting on, Abby? Oh, Nicola, sorry, I have a rule that you have to come hang out here. I can't go to you. I know, eat food. Well, it looks like Abby needs some food as well. So here you go, Abby. But yeah, basically as soon as she's got pregnant and she knows she's pregnant, she's like, out. Next. There we go. Is that you singing, Finn? Actually, that's a cuter outfit than I was expecting you to wear, with the little purple shoes. Yeah, she's like, I don't have time for this. I want to have 100 babies by different donors. You just have to get out. Alright, so how's Maeve getting on? She's actually doing alright. So I think if I have her have... Actually, why don't you work on her speechifying? Because she wants to get to 10 charisma. I figure I've been neglecting that, so she can do that a little bit. Alright, and when Finn is done, she can then go and have her swim. But yeah, this is where the mermaids live. So basically, I had Briella and Tabitha and Jude move in with Picard and Ukapanipo. I am doing a spin-off. It's on my YouTube. It's on my YouTube. Hold on. Oh no, don't want to do that.
Zombo Skiba, Zuba Tube, Lava Zubi.
I've only got 2 episodes in, I think, but I'm going to be working on her a bit more and doing her storyline because I did love Briella. Yeah, I think we've all done that. Kidnap Sims by locking them in, like, you cannot leave now. Alright, when you hit that, you can actually clean that up. And then you can have a bit of a sleep. And we can keep on skilling up Abby. It feels really weird only having 1 toddler in the house. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Oh no, feel free, Eric. B student. Lots of B students, so they're not aging up today. Alright, what are you all tense and angry about? Right, you all want fun, you're all cranky. Actually, you're alright, that's because you didn't go to school. Alright, tell you what, why don't you have a nap, April? And you two, why don't you two go swimming with your sister and try and get some of that crankiness out? There's Finn. She's got some awesome hair. She cute.
Grobble
Alright, swimming, swimming, swimming. Nap.
Brapna, Guivi, Bazoo.
Nap then homework.
Voice Nersey. Warb, Schwabi from Fanage.
Okay.
Nerve. Fricka de Funa, Vanagir.
Good, good.
Quarb. Bazuma. Honka. Salon Flarbin, Toby. Galvador. Dwee.
There she goes, getting her movement skill up. Check her out. I mean, she's a Lotharia baby. She's going to have some moves when she's older. Let's get that movement skill up. I don't know, Eric, actually. But I do know it's actually impossible to do it in 1 generation. Because the matriarch will age up to elder and won't be able to do it. So what you can do is when she ages up to elder, whoever her youngest daughter is will take on. Oh, thanks, darling. Yes, I'm friends with my own child. I do know that. Darling's a good friend of Maeve's. But yeah, so when she ages up to elder, whoever her youngest daughter is gonna age up. But yeah, so she started, because I've got Get Famous, she started missing 3 days actually. So her first 3 days, she actually had a job because that was when the game started. They don't start them at max days, and I didn't actually realise that. I saw that she didn't have the max days, but I didn't realise what it was about the first time I played. So yeah, she's actually lost 3 days, so I'm not all that worried about kind of like, you know, how quickly can I do it. I just want to see if I can do it. But yeah, considering she's got black hair and brown eyes, she's actually had a pretty decent range for her kids, genetically speaking. Right, let's check on these guys. How are you getting on? She's had a good day. Yeah, they're all getting on alright. Oh no, we're still on Maeve. So you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Oh, it's not allowing me because you're in the water, sis. Good. Chatting, chatting. A regular legacy pastel, or is it like a stylized legacy, like an Isby or anything like that? Grungy. There's Nicola. Hey, Nicola. Do you not have a key yet? No. Right, let's get straight on that. Let's give our babies keys. So basically, whenever they come to visit, I try to give them residence keys so that they can come and go whenever they want. Because I like to sort of have a feeling that it is a proper family and she's not just punching out kids.
Curva. Waxman.
I love Nicola, she was great.
Dag. Aww.
To be fair, most of Maeve's kids have turned out all right. I've liked pretty much all of them.
Swata. Vadish. Oh.
There you go. Now you have your key. Go pee like a champion, Maeve. She actually thinks about her family a lot, which I think is really cute as well. She's always thinking about her family. Oh, that's not what I want. That is what I want. Yes, Abby. Actually, do you know what? Instead of doing that, bathe Abby. She wants some love.
Yes.
Right, I know you're all chatting, but I think maybe it's time for you to come get some leftovers. Of course you can, Kinsley. Let's get all the babies down. Right, everybody get some food. Including you. Straight on the computer. Girl after her own heart, straight on the computer. Oh yeah? No, that sounds really good. I like legacies, I really do. I know a lot of people are a bit down on legacies, but I really enjoy them. I think they're fun. I like to sort of change them up a little bit as well. Like I've done ones where I've had sort of, you know, black hair, blue eyes. How long will that take me to get a child that doesn't have it? Or I've done, you know, I'm going to start with a red head and see where that gets me. You know, so I like to mess them around a little bit. Or I've done like Uglises, Isbys, Apocalypse Challenge. Right, how you getting on, Abby? Doing pretty well. Can get you up to your potting.
Yes.
When there's only one, you can spend more time with them. Attention span, yeah. Alright. You're in the shower. Where are you off to? Get some food. Get some food. Come on, I shouldn't have to keep telling you to eat, people. Alright, Abby, why don't you go to sleep after that? And Mum, why don't you serve up more food? Because we always need more food in this household. Oh, unwelcome present. I got a present that I think is dumb. I want to trade it with a friend or give it back. Can I do that? The present was for you. Be grateful. I think we're nearly at 10 for gourmet meals as well, which would be nice. Ooh, butternut squash soup. I had that recently myself. I had a chicken and butternut squash soup. It was really good. Alright, go back to the house, Heaven. Well, you're all up there at least, except you. That doesn't seem wise, especially when you've got a huge pregnant belly in front of you. Right, what's this? Heaven. Alright, Heaven, why don't you finish off your thing? Marion can assist you. Ooh, hiccups. Are you going to be able to do it without making a big old mess then, Maeve? She did it without making a big old mess. She's improving. Yes! That is what we like to see. Connoissaurus Rex.
Bro, loose gear
Let's get rid of these. That does look good, doesn't it? Mm. Welcome back, Eric. You up to, Finn? How are you getting on? Why don't you use the loot? Go to bed. Go to bed. Did you guys do your homework? No. Alright, don't need that. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need those, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. I swear she makes more money selling the gifts that are given to her for her babies than she does with anything else. Look at her chatting away to Nikki. Oh, wholesome, love it. Is it buffering for anyone else, or is it my end? Do I need to do anything? See you later, Nikki. Alright, clean up and go to bed because you are heavily pregnant and you are tired. Clean that first. Woohoo! I don't think you need any fun right now. Actually, no, you could stand to have a bit of fun. May as well do it while you're pregnant, and then you can't accidentally get pregnant with his. He's not allowed. Alright. So, we'll get this all done. Get everybody sorted. So, Finn is going to bed, April's already in bed, Abby's asleep, they's still going to finish that off and go to bed. And Maeve is going to attempt to get her fun up with Pucker again. I know you're tired. Okay. I was just worried it might be my end. Oh, hey! Nicola. Nikki. Nicola's the other one. Oh, there's Kinsley. So many of her children around. Go Heaven. Yeah, she's about ready to pop. Let's see who's up here. Yes. Oh, look, maybe we should head up here soon. That's her son. It's like, would you two stop it? You're always at it. Doesn't look like there's anyone else here I want to meet, but her kids often hang out up here. He's running. He's like, I haven't done this in a while. I don't think she should run. It's probably not a good idea. Alright, so what are you up to? On your way to bed. And all my children are asleep. We love to see it. All asleep. So we have 3 names as possibles for girls, but we don't have any possibles for boys. So unless someone would like to suggest a boy's name just in case we get one, which I will write down as well if we don't. Or I will go with what I've been doing before, except up to Abby, which is just going with, actually, I think April as well. Yeah, April and Abby. Everyone else has just been randomly generated. So it'd be a shame she doesn't get at least one more woohoo in with him before he dies, because he's very much her OTP. Billy? Yep. You write down Billy. Where you going, Maeve? Where are you going over there to pass out for? Why don't you just go to bed? Nib nub. Billy. Woohoo, then pass out face first on the floor. Classy girl. Was that a bad woohoo? Oh no, unsatisfied. Improvement needed. It's because you're tired. Don't pee yourself. Maeve. Maeve, come on.
Boy, please.
Disappointed.